There is no finish line. There is no second chance. Only speed, strategy, and survival. The African savanna is not a peaceful stage. It is a place where every creature must adapt or be eliminated. Every step costs energy, and often, the cost is life. Antelopes, zebras, and giraffes do not move for leisure. They power the ecosystem. They are both prey for predators and the engine that drives the food chain. In the savanna, speed is a weapon, but not the only one. Lions are slower than their prey, but use coordinated ambushes. Cheetahs are the fastest, but they have only seconds to strike. Wild dogs are not strong, but they rely on tactics and pack cohesion. This race does not forgive mistakes. To be slow is not just to lose, it is to vanish. The savanna spans more than 13 million square kilometers. Its flat terrain has few obstacles. The sun heats the red soil, which is rich in iron oxide. Red grasses and scattered acacia shrubs survive the heat with deep root systems. This open landscape exposes all movement. Prey can see predators from a distance. Predators can freely choose their path of attack. In this environment, speed becomes the first weapon, but not the only one. Lions are not built for sprinting titles. Their top speed, around 80 kilometers per hour, can only be maintained for about 40 meters. Their strength lies in powerful shoulder and hip muscles. They have a bite force of around 650 pounds per square inch and claws up to 4 centimeters long. A body mass of 150 to 190 kilograms gives them enough momentum to knock down adult antelopes. Their attack leap starts in 3 strides, but it only works if the pounce distance is under 15 meters. Beyond that, the lion's heart rate spikes. Its body temperature rises past 39 degrees Celsius. It must slow down to avoid overheating. Because of this limitation, lions have developed coordinated hunting tactics. The females, more agile, handle the approach. They crawl low through waist-high grass. They move against the wind to stay downwind of the prey. They close the distance silently and gradually. When they are within 20 meters, the group fans out. 2 lions circle behind the prey. Two stay in the center. One hides near an acacia bush to cut off the escape path. But this advantage comes at a cost. The average success rate is only 30%. When a pounce fails, the lion becomes exhausted quickly. Its heart rate triples. Lactic acid builds up in the muscles. It takes several minutes of deep breathing to return to safe levels. These long recovery times limit how often lions can hunt in a single day. They also increase the risk when prey is scarce. Tactical errors, like a sudden wind shift exposing your scent, can waste valuable energy without return. The flat savanna makes ambushes difficult. Grass is only about 60 centimeters high. It hides a lioness's mane, but not the full body of a male. Predators must learn to choose good positions. They must wait until the prey lowers its head to graze or becomes distracted while drinking. Conversely, a single alarm call from an adult antelope scatters the herd. At 70 kilometers per hour, they are out of reach within 10 seconds. When the attack fails, lions rarely give chase. Their endurance is low. Their body temperature stays high. They wait for cooler hours or nightfall to try again. This is a major weakness. Lions that recover slowly miss hunting opportunities. They lose weight. Their reproductive success declines. The African savanna stretches over 10 million square kilometers of flat grasslands. There are almost no obstacles taller than the waist. Sunlight strikes directly on the red soil. Wind carries dust toward the horizon. Without dense forests or rocky terrain, any animal exposed in open view becomes clearly visible to predators. In this landscape, every species must evolve for speed. Thompson's gazelles accelerate to 80 kilometers per hour just to maintain a starting gap. Zebras make constant sharp turns to destabilize a lion's pursuit path. Cheetahs sprint at 110 kilometers per hour, sacrificing endurance for a 6 to 7 second burst. Here, speed is no longer an optional advantage. It is the minimum requirement for survival. A single moment of delay turns the body into a signal, attracting every predator in the food chain behind it. However, speed alone does not guarantee safety. With long sight lines, prey receive early warning. But predators also gain a clear view of the chase corridor and can calculate the optimal interception angle. dry wind carries scent over long distances. If the wind direction changes, gazelles flee and raise dust, while leopards must abandon position and wait for favorable wind. Not just a matter of a powerful sprint. Although lions are not the fastest animals, they hold a critical role in the savanna system. Their top speed is only about 80 kilometers per hour, sustained for less than 50 meters. But with 180 kilograms of muscle, long claws, and a powerful bite. They can lock a prey's neck if they get within 15 meters. Their symbolic status brings both advantages and risks. A lion's roar is enough to force herbivore herds to change direction, saving the pride energy during pursuit. But lions also become targets of retaliation when livestock are killed near farm boundaries. This exposes them to poison bait and steel traps. The death of one adult lion reduces hunting efficiency. The remaining members face higher caloric demands. This starts a downward cycle of exhaustion. The savanna is a unique racetrack, long, flat, and unforgiving. Every species must either adapt or fall out of the race. At the center of that race, lions maintain the rhythm, not through speed, but through strength and structure, keeping the deadly balance alive on this scorched plain of grass. Despite their powerful bodies, lions are not the fastest hunters in the savanna. This is the first limitation they must face. A lion's top speed reaches about 80 kilometers per hour, but this speed can only be sustained for a few seconds. Effective chase distance rarely exceeds 40 meters. After that, the lion quickly enters a state of exhaustion. Unlike some predators that can run long distances, lions must get very close to their target before attacking. Instead of relying on speed, they depend on surprise and group coordination. Females are the main attackers. They move silently and keep low to avoid detection. When close enough, they launch into a short burst. The lion's biggest advantage is explosive power over short distances. With a large body and strong muscles, it can accelerate rapidly in just a few steps. Its long stride maximizes ground covered with each movement. At close range, a single accurate pounce, combined with body weight and bite force, is enough to subdue prey. Species like antelope, buffalo, or zebra that enter this attack zone rarely escape. The lion's body is built to deliver maximum impact in a short period of time. An adult male can weigh nearly 200 kilograms. Most of that mass is concentrated in the shoulders, chest, and hind legs. These muscle groups generate the explosive force needed to leap and hold down prey after a successful approach. The hind legs serve as the primary source of propulsion. In just a few seconds, the lion reaches top speed and delivers its decisive strike. A lion cannot rely on raw strength alone to maintain its status. It must optimize every movement within a narrow time window. Its dominance does not come from endurance, but from the ability to end a hunt in the shortest time possible. The Savannah does not offer lions an advantage in stamina. As a result, cooperation is their most critical asset. A typical pride consists of 10 to 15 members, with lionesses making up the majority. Their average weight is about 130 kilograms. Nearly 60 kilograms lighter than adult males, but they are significantly more agile. Their pale coats blend with the grass, which rarely grows taller than 1 meter, allowing them to stay hidden in open terrain. Every hunt begins with reconnaissance. 1 or 2 lionesses crouch beneath the grass line, check wind direction, and estimate the 30-meter kill zone. When the wind masks their scent, the rest of the pride quietly moves into position. There are no roars, no tail flicks. This energy-saving behavior requires strict discipline. Once close enough, the invisible formation begins to close in. 2 lionesses circle to the left, 2 move to the right. The central lioness holds the frontal line, placing the prey in the center of a wide arc. The target is often a weakened wildebeest, a young zebra, or a lone gazelle. Individuals more likely to lose focus while grazing. The moment of attack is chosen with care. Once a prey lowers its head, the lioness at center charges, redirecting the herd's escape path toward her teammates. The flanking lionesses close the gap, forcing the target into a poor angle. In that instant, a precise pounce, at only around 60 kilometers. The primary role of male lions is to defend territories ranging from 50 to 250 square kilometers and to protect cubs. The lion's hunting system functions like a machine with large and small gears. The lionesses provide precision. The males deliver crushing force. Missing a single part throws the system off balance. If the male is injured, the pride avoids attacking buffalo. If the lionesses are short in number, their ability to encircle prey weakens. The chase stretches too long, exceeding physical limits. The savanna's life cycle depends on many factors: sun, grass, speed, strength. But at the center remains the lion, its clear limits, its adaptive strategy, its far-reaching influence. This is why the lion, even without being the fastest, has stayed at the top of the food chain for thousands of generations. On the open savanna, zebras are not the fastest animals, but they are among the most resilient and difficult for predators to catch. They combine physical strength, stamina, and group strategies to survive in a harsh environment. Zebras weigh between 180 and 400 kilograms and stand about 1.2 to 1.5 meters tall. Their bodies are solidly built but not heavy. Long muscular legs allow them to reach speeds of 60 to 70 kilometers per hour when necessary. Their ability to maintain speed over long distances is what sets them apart. When chased, zebras do not simply sprint for a few seconds. They can keep a steady pace across extended distances. This helps them gradually widen the gap with predators that tire after a few hundred meters. Several features support this escape strategy. A broad chest allows deep and stable breathing during movement. A narrow abdomen reduces air resistance. A long neck helps maintain balance, especially during sharp turns. Zebras do not run in straight lines. When threatened, they frequently change direction, making their path difficult to predict. Each stride can reach up to 6 meters, allowing them to move quickly while maintaining a safe distance. Their reaction speed is also high. They can make sharp turns without losing momentum. This is not just a matter of technique, but a combination of muscle control, body alignment, and group experience. Their wide field of vision is a major defense. With eyes on the sides of their heads, zebras can see nearly 360 degrees, enough to detect even slight movement in tall grass. Their ears constantly rotate, picking up sounds from multiple directions. They can detect the footsteps of a lion or unfamiliar noises from a distance, allowing the herd to move toward safer areas in time. Thanks to their collective awareness, zebra herds retreat in an organized manner instead of panicking. This makes it harder for predators to isolate a single target. Endurance is a key advantage. Unlike prey that rely on short bursts of speed, zebras can prolong the chase until their pursuer tires. This trait is especially effective against lions, which can accelerate quickly but cannot sustain speed for long. In addition, their strong senses and group movement patterns enhance survival. When one zebra detects danger, the entire herd reacts almost instantly. This makes ambushes significantly harder to execute. Despite their speed and agility, zebras have clear weaknesses. They lack strong offensive defenses. Other than rear kicks, zebras have no claws or fangs to fight back directly. Their large bodies can also be a disadvantage. In narrow terrain or crowded herds, they may get stuck or lose coordination. If a zebra is separated from the group, its chance of survival drops significantly. Another limitation is reaction speed. Though fast, it is slower than lighter animals like gazelles. On steep or uneven terrain, zebras are more vulnerable during a chase. On the East African plains, wildebeests are not known for maximum speed, nor do they possess unique defensive weapons. What sets them apart is their unmatched endurance. Each adult weighs between 160 and 270 kilograms, measures about 2.4 meters in length, and stands nearly 1.4 meters tall. Their muscle mass is concentrated in the shoulders and hind legs, enabling them to maintain a pace of 15 to 25 kilometers per hour for several hours. When forced to flee, they can still reach speeds of 80 kilometers per hour, matching a lion's sprint, thanks to long strides, steady leg rhythm, and energy-efficient motion over long distances. Each year, millions of wildebeest migrate across the Serengeti into the Masai Mara and back again, forming a biological flow that stretches for thousands of kilometers. Their bodies are built for endurance. Eyes placed on the sides of the skull provide nearly 270 degrees of vision. Their ears rotate constantly to separate wind from predator footsteps. Their sense of smell detects water vapor or predator scent from a distance. When one individual senses danger, the entire herd shifts direction like a flowing mass. Sliding out of the lion's path before its claws can make contact. Their defense does not stop at early detection. Both males and females have curved horns about 60 centimeters long. In normal conditions, these horns are used in mating contests. When cornered, wildebeests lower their heads and twist sideways to deliver a countercharge. A 2024 study by the Smithsonian Institute of Wildlife Biology found that over 15% of serious lion injuries in migration zones were caused by wildebeest counterattacks. This level of force forces predators to focus only on truly weak or isolated individuals. Explosive acceleration is not their strength. On short, straight paths, cheetahs or lions can catch up. especially if the herd is blocked at a narrow river crossing. Their wide-angle vision spans 270 degrees, but their depth perception is shallow. This makes it difficult to judge the exact distance of an approaching predator from head-on. When panic breaks herd formation, calves that fall outside the protective ring quickly become priority targets. Migration itself depends heavily on rainfall. Climate change has shifted rainfall cycles. This forces herds to alter migration routes, increasing the risk of passing through areas with higher lion density. The African buffalo does not choose to flee immediately when threatened. An adult buffalo weighs nearly half a ton, stands over 1.6 meters tall, and measures more than 3 meters in length. Its massive head carries a pair of curved horns, each nearly 1 meter long. The horn bases are fused into a bony shield that protects the skull. Thick muscle groups in the shoulders and neck absorb most of the lion's impact force. Although it cannot maintain high speed, the buffalo can still charge at 50 to 60 kilometers per hour over short distances, enough to surprise any predator that miscalculates its approach. The buffalo's real strength lies in its herd reflex. When one member is attacked, the entire group immediately turns back. Adults form a semicircle with horns facing outward, shielding calves in the center. If the lion has not locked onto the windpipe, the wall of horns closes in, trapping the attacker inside a steel ring. According to 2024 data from the Smithsonian Institute of Wildlife Biology, more than 20% of lions hunting buffalo suffer serious injuries from counterattacks. Even a single horn strike to the flank can tear muscle tissue, leaving a lion unable to recover for weeks. This is why even large prides target only isolated individuals or young calves, to reduce the risk of injury from the heavyweight defenders. Despite their strength, buffalo face seasonal vulnerabilities. During extended dry seasons, water sources shrink. Thirsty individuals are forced to leave the herd in search of distant watering holes. That is when lions strike. Lionesses move silently through low brush, keeping the wind in their favor. One or two male lions wait near shallow depressions, exactly where the buffalo might flee. When a target steps into the open, the pride rushes in to cut off escape. If the lion secures the throat, the male's weight drives the buffalo to the ground before the herd can counterattack. However, these opportunities are limited. The terrain must be narrow enough to restrict horn movement, yet still offer concealment for the ambush. The timing must be early, before heat forces lions to retreat. If temperatures rise too quickly, the lion must lower its body temperature and loses its edge. If the attack is too late, the herd grows and breaks the trap. Patience, location, and timing. These three elements determine whether a lion succeeds in hunting buffalo. The buffalo's body mass turns its charge into a powerful weapon. Its horns are not just long, they are fused at the base, absorbing impact and blocking counterattacks. The herd's cohesion creates a moving barrier. It protects the weak and applies psychological pressure that makes predators hesitate. On the other hand, the buffalo's massive body requires large amounts of water. During droughts, they become fully dependent on fixed watering sites. The very places where lions are most likely to ambush. Although buffalo have strong eyesight, they have a large blind spot directly in front of the snout. Predators moving low and downwind can approach unnoticed. Their reaction slows when grazing, making young or old individuals more likely to be separated from the group. Even though their horn strikes are powerful, buffalo require enough space to build momentum. In muddy or soft terrain, their force is noticeably reduced. In open grasslands and scattered acacia thickets, the leopard thrives through stealth. Its body stands under 0.8 meters tall and weighs less than 90 kilograms, nearly half the size of a lion. But this compact frame allows it to slip through brush and under low canopies without disturbing the grass. Golden fur patterned with rosettes breaks up its outline. It blends with dappled light and tree shadows, turning the predator into a pattern within the grass. Thanks to this camouflage, the leopard often gets within 3 to 6 meters of its target, gazelle, rock hare, or ground birds, without being noticed. The attack happens in a flash. Tree climbing gives the leopard a unique advantage. After bringing down prey weighing up to 1.5 times its own weight, it grips the bark with claws and uses shoulder muscles to drag the carcass up a branch 3 to 4 meters high. There, the kill is safe from hyenas, lions, and wild dogs. Feeding can continue for multiple sessions, reducing the number of hunts needed. This calorie-saving The leopard's strength lies in 3 traits: camouflage, explosive speed, and vertical haul. These allow it to hunt both in trees and in open grasslands. It can shift ambush points as prey migration patterns change. Its silence reduces direct confrontations with lions, the most dangerous opponent the leopard faces. But the weaknesses are equally clear. Short burst speed makes the leopard entirely dependent on close range. If it is detected more than 15 meters away, gazelles and rock hares usually escape unharmed. Its small size makes it vulnerable during ground-level feeding. It must take time and energy to haul prey into trees. This is risky if the prey is too heavy or if the leopard becomes winded. Hunting alone means it lacks extra eyes for warning. While feeding in trees, it rarely notices lions climbing up or hyenas waiting below. These limitations shape its distinctive hunting style. Strike fast, keep it brief, stay hidden. The leopard does not rush when the timing is wrong. It does not linger when the odds turn. This balance between explosive offense and energy conservation is what allows the leopard to survive beside stronger predators and continue removing smaller herbivores from the system, a role vital to the ecological timing of the savanna. Among Africa's open grasslands, African wild dogs have the highest hunting success rate among large carnivores. They do not rely on individual strength. Their key weapon is tightly organized teamwork and highly effective hunting strategies. An adult stands about 70 centimeters tall and weighs less than 30 kilograms. Its body is lean, its legs are long, and its muscles are compact. All built for one purpose: conserving energy and sustaining endurance. A large heart and strong lungs allow wild dogs to keep breathing steadily during long pursuits. Wide ears help them detect sound from long distances and stay coordinated within the pack, without making loud vocalizations. Unlike lions that ambush or cheetahs that burst forward, wild dogs choose long-distance pursuit. When they spot prey from 100 to 200 meters away, the whole pack accelerates at once. They move in a wide formation and apply constant pressure. Each individual takes turns leading the chase. After a few hundred meters, they switch positions to distribute fatigue. This allows the entire pack to maintain a steady pace without burning out too quickly. This strategy gradually wears down the prey. At the right moment, the pack closes in, cuts off escape routes, and ends the chase quickly. According to the Smithsonian Institute of Wildlife Biology in 2024, wild dogs reach a hunting success rate of up to 80%, the highest in Africa. Behind this impressive success rate lie unavoidable limitations. Due to their small size, wild dogs struggle to defend their kills from competitors like hyenas or lions. They often lose their prey even after a successful hunt. Their strength depends on group size. Packs with fewer than 6 members cannot sustain their rotation system effectively, which slows them down and gives prey more chances to escape. Their pursuit strategy also requires open terrain. In areas with dense vegetation or human-made fences, the formation breaks apart and hunting efficiency drops. Wild dogs are also highly sensitive to environmental disruptions. Disease outbreaks, territory loss, or a shortage of pups can reduce pack size. When that happens, the rotation system collapses. Despite these weaknesses, African wild dogs remain one of the clearest examples of the power of coordination and strategy. They do not need powerful strikes or top speed. They conquer the savannah through endurance and discipline. Cheetahs are not built for strength or close combat. They rely on a single trait: speed. Their extreme acceleration is not just a biological feature, it is the foundation of their entire survival strategy. With an average weight of 35 to 65 kilograms, the cheetah has a lightweight, elongated body that minimizes drag. Its body length ranges from 1.1 to 1.5 meters, and its tail, nearly 80 centimeters long, helps with balance during sharp turns. Its spine is flexible and spring-like, allowing stride lengths of up to 7 or 8 meters. Under ideal conditions, a cheetah can accelerate from 0 to 95 kilometers per hour in just 3 seconds, matching the speed of a sports car. This advantage shortens the prey's reaction window to almost nothing, but speed comes at a clear cost. A cheetah can only maintain top velocity for 20 to 30 seconds before its body temperature reaches dangerous levels. Usually strike only when they are within 100 meters of the prey, and when the terrain is open enough to allow a clean run. As they approach, cheetahs lower their body and stay close to the ground to avoid detection. The attack is launched at high speed along a curved path, both closing distance and countering the prey's sudden directional changes. The cheetah's visual system is built for this mission. They can detect movement from over a kilometer away. One defining feature is the pair of black lines that run from their eyes to their nose, a structure that reduces glare and increases focus when tracking prey under intense sunlight. According to National Geographic in 2024, cheetahs succeed in about 50% of their hunts. This is lower than the wild dog, but higher than lions, leopards, or hyenas. The cheetah's greatest weakness lies in endurance and kill retention. After taking down prey, they must eat quickly because they lack the strength to defend their kill from hyenas or lions. If discovered, they usually abandon the carcass to stay safe. In return, cheetahs maximize opportunities by staying mobile, choosing the right terrain, avoiding confrontation, and seizing the perfect moment to strike. This strategy turns speed into a deadly weapon, but one with strict limits. In the grassland, where success often depends on a single swift strike, the cheetah stands as a clear example of a biological model centered not on force or teamwork, but on velocity and precision. The cheetah's speed determines both victory and limitation. During a sprint, the heart rate rises to around 200 beats per minute. The lungs work at full capacity to deliver oxygen to the muscle groups, burning energy at high intensity. Heat builds rapidly, and after just 20 to 30 seconds, the body temperature can exceed 40 degrees Celsius. This level threatens the nervous system if not cooled immediately. Each sprint is a dual race, one against the prey and one against rising internal heat. Only 1 or 2 attacks are possible within a hunting session. The rest of the time is used to cool down and replenish glycogen. This recovery phase often lasts over 30 minutes. To avoid wasting limited energy reserves, cheetahs must calculate each chase carefully. The cheetah's hunting strategy relies on a single clean strike. They spend minutes observing, selecting a target that is isolated or showing signs of fatigue. The ideal starting distance is under 100 meters on flat ground with low grass. At launch, the cheetah veers slightly instead of running straight. It constantly adjusts its path to match the prey's movement. The long tail functions like a rudder, maintaining balance during turns at speeds over 80 kilometers per hour. As the gap narrows, the cheetah uses its momentum to swing a front paw toward the prey's ankle. At the same time, it turns its head to clamp the jaws on the throat. The takedown is completed within seconds, minimizing injury risk to the cheetah. Endurance limits bring additional risks. If 2 chases fail in a row, muscular glucose reserves deplete. The cheetah may go hungry for hours, impairing its reflexes and defense. In recent years, pastures and roads have fragmented the open grasslands. This has shortened sprinting distances and forced cheetahs to miss hunting opportunities. Beyond food competition, cheetahs also face habitat loss and human conflict. Fewer than 7,000 individuals remain in the wild, scattered in isolated populations with limited gene flow. Speed once allowed them to dominate the open plains, but today their need for vast, open space has become a critical vulnerability. Life on the Savannah now faces its greatest pressure from climate and human activity. The struggle is no longer just between predators and prey. The regional temperature has risen by 1.2 degrees Celsius in the past 2 decades. Dry seasons last longer. Rainfall patterns are erratic. Rivers like the Mara and Greti, along with seasonal water holes, dry up earlier each year. With fewer water sources, herds of antelope, zebra, elephants, and even lions gather in close proximity. At these hotspots, young and elderly animals face the highest risk, either to predators or in competition for the last remaining water. The strength of hoofed animals lies in large herd numbers. Their weakness is reliance on surface water, which makes them easy targets. The shrinking range of predators is most visible in lions. A single pride needs several hundred square kilometers to support enough prey. When grasslands are enclosed for farming or mining, lion territories begin to overlap. This leads to more intraspecies conflict. Lions also start to approach village edges to hunt livestock, increasing their risk of traps and firearms. Their advantage remains group strength and the ability to bring down large prey. But their weakness lies in their high daily meat requirement. They struggle to adapt when prey becomes scarce. Nearly 500 lions are killed each year in conflicts with humans, further shrinking an already fragile population. Cheetahs and African wild dogs face different pressures, but all stem from habitat loss. Cheetahs require at least 100 meters of open ground to reach top speed. Fences and roads disrupt these zones, causing them to miss opportunities. When forced to hunt near settlements, cheetahs become stressed and are often shot out of fear they might take poultry. Their only advantage is speed, but with poor stamina and weak defense, any environmental disruption can cause immediate harm. Wild dogs rely on tight group structures and rotating tactics. The loss of even one individual disrupts hunting rhythm and lowers success. Roads and fences slice through territories, breaking large packs into smaller units. These smaller groups struggle to raise pups. Over 25% of the Savannah has already been converted into farmland or human housing. This creates a tight matrix where wild dog populations have dropped below 7,000. Their strength lies in coordination and endurance. Their weakness is reliance on pack size and inability to defend kills from larger predators. The savanna will continue to grow hotter and drier in the coming decades. But the ecosystem's resilience depends directly on how fast humans respond. If water sources are preserved, corridors expanded, and conflict reduced, predators will still have a chance to use their natural strengths. If not, the very advantages that once made them dominant may become fatal weaknesses in a changing environment. The savanna still moves under the harsh sun and dry wind, but the biological rhythm here has shifted. Lions require several hundred square kilometers of territory. When grasslands are fenced for farming, lions are forced toward human settlements. There, they face electric traps and hunting rifles. Cheetahs depend on more than 100 meters of open space for sprinting. Paved roads and fences now fragment the plains, making speed an unusable advantage. The annual wildebeest migration is blocked by highways. Fresh grazing lands and water sources become fragmented. Young herds weaken quickly. The strengths of predators, group coordination, high acceleration, precise migration instincts, only work when space remains intact. As migration corridors shrink, those same strengths become weaknesses. Lions lose access to prey. Cheetahs lose sprinting paths. Antelope herds cannot reach traditional calving grounds. The ecosystem begins to fracture from the food chain upward and eventually affects population structures. Every step across the plains, every roar and every chase is connected to the health of the planet. Protecting the savanna also means protecting global water systems, climate balance, and biodiversity. Action must begin now so that the wild heartbeat of this land does not vanish in silence.